We are here with the first quarterfinals, and in the blue color, Matreiuss is gonna be playing as Poseidon.
And his opponent is playing Odin. It's CountVonCount.
Welcome to Blue Lagoon, as well as welcome to the Golden Gift Qualifier number 3. This is the last qualifier for our main event of this league, where $1,060 will be on the line. You guys can still contribute to that prize pool if you wish, up until the day it begins. Then we'll reset the goal, and from there on, contributions are for the next season. Yes, there will be a next season. Details TBD. But anyway, Blue Lagoon, it's high hunt, relatively speaking. There's a rhino here by the TC. In base, it's obviously nice to have all these giraffes. With Count being Odin, he multiplied those a bit. Bit less for Matreiuss, but he still has his lore.
I think what's going to be interesting here is to see what type of advance Matt's going to do. And maybe the same for Odin, but I know Matt, with Poseidon especially, you can do some really early advances, and I'm secretly hoping a bit for Ares. I don't know if that's going to happen with Matt, but always a little bit of a secret hope for me every time I see Poseidon doing stuff, especially against Norse, where it's actually, you know, kind of viable.
Yeah, especially Odin with those low Hersiers. I could totally see it.
Don't really get to see it too often, but fingers crossed.
Maybe in Retold.
Maybe just in Retold and now.
And now.
Always.
Can't argue with it.
Alright.
But yeah, I'd hope for the niche stuff to become a bit more standard. I think Boyd talked about this in his balance video for Retold, and he brought up points along the lines of, you know, stuff should be situational, situationally good. Well, we're certainly not seeing a lot of that right now. It's, for the most part, pretty cookie cutter. So for example, you got a water map, you're pretty much always gonna go Athena. If you're Zeus and Hades, not so much Ares being used. If you're Isis, you're gonna go Ancestors Eclipse every time.
Yeah.
You know.
I think for me, this is a little bit of inevitability. That's always just gonna happen. A meta will evolve, something will be better.
Yeah.
But something needs to fix that, and that's just updates and patches, right?
Exactly.
So yeah.
It's a good direction to have in mind, though, to make stuff possible to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, every minor god should have reasons to be picked, and ideally these reasons apply not purely like, oh, it's a water map, I have to pick this one. Should have more variability there, but yeah. Let me put that thing back on. Yeah, it's just Hermes, unfortunately. Damn it.
And Freya. No Heimdall either. That's the same story. Like,
Yeah.
when are you gonna see an Odin player pick Heimdall against Norse? And even then, not often.
Yeah, I guess with Poseidon, the Heimdall is. Let me just spawn like 8 units for my enemy for free. That sounds very good, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There's 3 on gold, so Matt's definitely gonna do some classic fighting. Let's see what he's gonna go for. Stable. And anything else? Another stable, or stable? Yeah, 2 stables. Obviously 2 longhouses from Norse, as they only really have 1 building. So we'll see what Count will make from that longhouse.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting to see. Is it gonna be Ozarks? Because if this is spotted, and the Raven is coming in, I think it's very sensible to do it.
Pickaxe as well from Matt.
That's just gonna be a cavalry war.
Yeah, I kind of prefer the wolf circle opening from Odin. But this is kind of old school. Just cav war, Poseidon, Odin, Poseidon, Thor. They just go mass cav and just fight each other, and whoever micros better and has better engagements and perhaps better macro to get, you know, a tech timing will just win. There's Force Fire. That's going to be 4 militias. 6 actually. I'm pretty sure this is intentional by Matt. He put the houses around the forest to get the... He will get briefly housed for a moment, but I think that outweighs the cost.
No, each militia is worth about 50 resources or whatever in terms of normal unit costings. So getting this now is absolutely huge. 6 militia, you can push with that pretty hard.
We got another one, another house died.
Oh my god.
At this point, I don't know if it's even worth it because he's even more housed. But yeah, it did happen. So got 2 more.
Oh, better make houses, Matreiuss.
Yeah. He did manage to pick off a villager I saw earlier. So that's a nice pick off from Matt. And you know, this militia is gonna be massively throwing the army value in favor of Matt for the time being.
Yeah, it's a really tough situation for Count already, but now having these Hersiers run down, the Hippicons are medium, the militia are significantly faster at 4.8 speed.
Yeah, that's a surprising, you know, good stat to have here. 4.8 speed is just, you know, it's not a cav, but it outruns every other non-cav unit, so...
Yeah, it's faster than Zeus hoplites.
Yeah. Unfortunately not as CG, but yeah.
That would
Imagine.
So busted.
Imagine. Matt is on the berries though. He doesn't feel confident to go out and hunt from rhinos or anything. So there's still that little group of Valkyrie and raiding cav running around, being a nuisance.
Oh, and about militia, they are one population on top of everything. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of resource cost, you said 50, but I'd say it's more closer to like 70 or 80. They're stronger than an Egyptian spearman, so...
They are, yeah.
Yeah, they got the same base damage, but more HP. Probably comparable armor, so yeah.
Ooh, nice round on that Hippicon. Good job by Count, but he's losing longhouses. And the Valkyrie is getting bullied. Still gets a bill. Yeah, that's... Keep grinding at it with the Valk, although 3 Hippicons now, I think, can't really fight much in here anymore. Centaur, 6 HP. Gets another special attack off, so he's still doing damage. I will say the houses Count is putting down. I always just look at this and I'm like, just put them around the tower. Like, how much more effort is it to just place it around the towers? It's probably a good little drill to do. Like, if you're playing at this level, you might as well just try to train yourself to be as quick as possible with that. Just do it 50 times in a row in a day.
It's part of your build order practice, right? You go in single player, and if you're Egyptian especially, you can, you know, since they're free, you can actually just place them. You just, once you got some downtime, you just quickly spam it. But the fight is starting. This is a big fight. 20 pop ahead for Matreiuss. Definitely his advantage right now. Still, the militia have carried this whole, like, since the start, since the militias came on the field, the army quality has just been, or quantity really, I should say, has been massively in favor of Matreiuss.
Well, I'm greatly enjoying this game. I was complaining at the beginning about samesies, but then this happens, so a partial victory today.
This is still, like, even without the militias, like, this is a very interesting matchup with all the raids and cavalry, flanks and raids and surrounds. Yeah, I like these matchups, Norse versus non-Zeus Greek. Although Zeus is also interesting, of course, Athena and stuff.
He's got 103 population. Oh my god. Count
Yeah.
falling below 70.
Yeah, he can't. He's still losing more units. He just can't keep it up.
He can't keep
catch
it up. Oh. Wait, the Hippicons. Oh my dog.
Oh, 4 of them. That's a brutal amount. If it's 2, you can fight them off, but 4, you can fight them off, but at what cost?
It is gonna hurt. A little bit of pullback micro would be nice to see. Oh wait, these kitchen knives are OP.
Never mind. Now 4 is still an amount you can just fight off.
Oh, but the army.
Oh,
Yikes.
that's all the raiding cap dead, basically.
Just all
And
of
Valkyrie.
them.
Wow, 1 cavalry survives for now. Even the militias are still alive here.
It's embarrassing. Probably shouldn't even go home with that anymore.
Yes, right. I'm just gonna start a new colony somewhere on my own. Don't return to this one.
Live off the
Shame.
land.
Find the Vinland Saga. Matt is just fighting this despite, half his army just chilling at his hand. He can just afford that and still win fights. Although I think he's not winning this fight with the villagers fighting.
It's a good trade. I mean, what he's got coming up after that will be extremely scary for Count. He won't be able to replenish his army. He doesn't have resources right now. Trying to get Ulfsarks going and the farm transition at the same time. Very rough farm placement, by the way. I mean, it's not going to kill you to build farms like this, but it's certainly not going to help.
I will say that the population counts have equalized just a little bit. Still in Matreiuss' advantage, but it's a lot closer than it was before. And Matt actually has to get out of here. I think it was still that fight that he just fought with half his army. Like, he was still trade, but not as good of a trade, and he just lost population still because of that. But Matt did get Spirited Charge, so he does have this tech advantage over the raiding cap now with his Hippicon, so they're slightly faster and do more damage. So the Anvil of Hephaestus Relic at the top, if they want to commit to more classic fighting, get some more armory upgrades.
Yeah, that would be nice. The other one is the Titan's Treasure, not all that interesting. When does Titan ever come into play in Greek versus Norse?
Yeah, pretty much never. I mean, there's an argument for, Rag Titan, but
Can't say
Don't
I've
develop
casted
for
one
that.
of those before.
no, it's not very common. And the fights keep on going, but the villager count difference is definitely significant. 8 villagers ahead from Matt.
Yeah, whenever you have kitchen knife support around, you can hold a little bit longer. That's fine, especially with such a small population difference, but 44 vills to 36, you're gonna feel that, that's for sure. And Hippicon's going in for the dive again.
The Ulfsarks are kind of carrying these fights, though, I feel like.
Yeah.
Definitely getting in the DPS that they need to wipe out the Hippicon.
Oh no! No, the Hersier! Walling the army out. That Oxheart is going down. That's, again, a very important kill.
My god, Matt's hunting and gold mining operation is like an entire base of its own.
Yeah, he can just get out of here. Like, he doesn't need to bother with the Ulfsarks and whatever. Oh, he is going to trade again. Hoping for the next army to do the work.
Right, just keeps on fighting.
Mats. Oh, so funny.
Count is trying to do some more raids at the top as well, but yeah, the Greek kitchen knives are just as strong as the dwarven ones, so the Ulfsarks not able to raid there.
Now there's an asymmetry idea. Mithril kitchen knives for the dwarves. Yeah, that's an upgrade.
Right. I think Skin of the Rhino is more than enough.
Yeah.
We don't need more of this. We needed a special upgrade that allows dwarves or villagers to use the plow instead of knives.
Oh no.
Do crush damage as well. Smash buildings.
With the
It's a
pickaxe,
nice
you
rate,
can
though.
mine the plenty vault.
Nice rate by Count at the top, actually getting a pick off here. Perhaps another one. There it is. 3 pickoffs, but on the other side, Matt is happily pushing his Hippicon advantage here.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of freaking Hippicons. 18 of them. The Oathsarks are nice, but even they can't deal with this. Hey, where are you going?
Not in these numbers. This is a bit awkward. Oh, there's medium Oathsarks though. That's quite important here.
It's a neat timing, but there's still way too many Hippicons.
Yeah, I need a couple more Oathsarks. If you had like 4 or 5 more, I would fight that. But right now,
Okay,
actually, there's
maybe now?
a few more coming in. That could be close. Yeah.
The tower's even helping. This might be the fight that Count needed to get back into the game. He's still behind in the villagers, but this is helpful.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, look at this. Matt has to leave.
Yeah, the Wolfsharks are too strong here. In equal population, the Wolfsharks definitely beating out Hippicons.
Dude, I think if Matt had left here and just got that second TC, he'd be in a great spot to go heroic. But right now he's spending so much money on remaking the hips.
Yeah, he's not going to be heroic anytime soon after
No.
that fight. With the TC grab and there just not being any hunt anywhere anyway right now. I think that's it. Yeah, it's all farms now.
Well, I guess we're going
Lord of
to
Horses.
transition into another episode of Greek Gamer Makes Horse.
Yeah. I'm just scared that these horses are just not... Like, they're strong, but Wolfsarks still counter them, so... Count can just make Wolfsarks, and that's it. I'd rather have Wolfsarks than Reading Cav anyway, because they can actually build.
Yeah, and even if the Oathsarks lose out a little bit in these number differences, they're probably more or less cost effective.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's fighting with just not enough numbers.
Yeah.
If he has the numbers, he easily wins the fights as well. He just doesn't have the numbers. He also still has Lone Wanderer to get if he wants.
Oh, he didn't? Yeah, you're right.
I mean, the speed is
what?
not that important, but
He
it
does-
will allow him to raid better.
He does have it.
Oh, he does have it now. Okay, he just got it then. Copper Mail as well coming in for Count. That's gonna help him even more in these fights. Nobody, no, didn't pick up the relic. All right. Yeah, at least Matt is on 2 TCs, so he does have a little bit more pop advantage. He's got 24 Hippicons against 22 Wolfsarks and 5 Raiding Cav.
And they heal. They heal very
Wolfsarks.
nicely.
Wolfsark should be able to block off this little group of Hippicons.
The second group of Hippicons might find the hunt. There's 7 gatherers here. Oh, they're going exactly there.
But I think the other side, the Hippicons are dead on the top side though, because they're completely blocked in now.
They're attacking the wall. That's not great. The Oathsarks are too high in number. That's once again a really cost-effective trade for CountVonCount, but he's losing all 7 vills on the other
Yeah.
side, as well as the Ox Guard. Ooh,
I don't even know
Matreiuss,
what's
so
more
good.
painful. It's brutal on both sides. I think this does benefit Matt for now, unless Count can do something with his newfound unit advantage. And try and push Matt off of gold.
Yeah, seems like
He's
that's
using
the
some
play.
units in the
I
middle,
agree.
He's even got copper shields for some reason. Excess resource. Oh, all the raiding cav just died. Oh, all of them. Alright, let's clean up. Well, unit count advantage is not really in Count's favor anymore. He lost too many.
No, but he might be able to go to the heroic age and get heavy Oathsarks.
Oh yeah.
That might be a huge play right now. Skadi's coming up. Maybe even able to freeze a lot of the Greek economy in the same process. Matt's pretty far away from heroic age himself, but he is maxed, so he's not making units.
I will say
Good, cancel
Lord
the
of
hips.
Horses- Lord of Horses for Matt is actually working out for him.
Oh yeah.
He was able to retreat these cav on time purely because he could see the Ulfsarks coming in, which he otherwise probably wouldn't have seen on time.
Yeah,
and would have
taking
been
a
caught out.
much nicer fight than otherwise. And he's in the farmlands right now. Oh, these villagers are
Just doing
getting
it.
raided to death.
Just no crenellations yet, so you can get away with this. If there was crenellations, these calves would be dropping like flies, but without it, and now one tower less as well.
Yeah, taking the towers down is definitely smart here. Get them before they can hurt you.
Aphrodite also ready to go up. 3 TCs for Matt though, so he's really getting that eco game going, which so far Count hasn't really been able to.
Yeah, he's
As
mega
definitely been
comfortable.
behind in unit and villagers.
Running away from the Ulfsarks once more. And yeah, 64 villagers to 43. That is going to be felt. The upgrade differences aren't actually that bad for either side. It's pretty similar.
I think there might be a problem for Count looming, and that's gold mine. This one is about to expire. Which one next? Just the one to the left of the TC that's being built up upon by Matt?
Oh my god, Matt gets in. That's gonna be another villager slaughter.
It's painful. They're so strong, these Hippocons. They got copper weapons, mail, medium cab, and spirited charge. Nicely stacked into.
Wow, so many kills coming through again. 67 vills to 43 now. Matt just
Heavy cav
increasing
instantly
his
being
number
queued by
again.
Matt.
Yeah, and this time around he can add Hippaspis. He already has a military academy. He's getting doesn't matter.
He just resigned right there and then. Wow, because he did get the heavy infantry, and they were getting some damage down on the left. But yeah, the Hippaspis coming in.
Yeah.
Turn that around again.
A switch to Hippaspis Toxotes would be just absolutely bonkers, and then you still got the Cav to raid and control the gold mines. I totally understand this resign.
There's no way he was going to get this gold. Alright, well played by Matt.
Game 2's on. We have got CountVonCount in the blue color this time around, so I need to switch these scoreboard up to date now. There we go. CountVonCount is ISIS.
And his opponent's playing Loki. Of all gods, it's Matreiuss.
Yeah, we don't see that very often. What do you think about Loki's chances here on this map?
So, of all the water maps, this is probably the best one for Loki. We'll see how he plays it, because I don't know how. I'm not the best Loki player, but I do know that if you as Loki can secure one side of the water, you can be very powerful. Just having one side of the water secure, that's 18 fishing spots that you will never get harassed. You don't need to like do anything. You just get infinite food basically. Which is something that Loki usually struggles with water maps. They don't get that. They just get pushed off water and then they just lose. So we'll see if Matt can secure himself that. He decided to go dock at the bottom. Usually if you want to do this as Loki, you dock at the top, but Count docked at the top. So it's working out perfectly. It's working out perfectly for Matt if this is something he wants to do. And yeah. You could also just try and play it more general Norse, which is contesting water on both sides, but if you do that you may as well play Thor, so yeah. We'll see what the Count's gonna do.
Yeah, Matt's just going for the safe back spots. Getting both sides. Nothing special other than that.
Yeah.
I like the sharing of the boar and woodvilles.
Yeah, it's very nice for the Norse players. They can get away with that.
Yeah, certainly not the Egyptian ones. They have 3 different drop-offs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The Greeks especially, because they actually cost resources to build. It's if you can combine it with wood and gold, it feels so good as Greek.
Yeah.
That 50 wood is impactful.
And no China here, so we don't talk about that. This is on Woobly, for everyone wondering.
Yep.
And hopefully in a season or two we'll be on Retold, we'll see. Definitely not next season, I don't think.
So far, Count is quite aggressive on the top side with that dock. Is basically on Matt's forward fish. Matt scouts that now, so he knows what's up. See what he's gonna do about it. Is he gonna make another dock here, or is he just gonna abandon this? I would just abandon this. He can't even get a dock up because the villagers.
Oh.
He's just gonna come in and just stab the Ulfsark.
Yeah, kitchen knives are better than big battle axes, apparently. It's even a two-handed axe, so... kitchen knife must be something.
Yeah.
Suck every
Even
two
doing
wall
that
itself in.
makes- Yeah.
Cosplaying some Age of Empires 2 here.
I'm not trying to get the fish secured before Count takes it, but Count did take one already. And if Matt's not careful, Count might take one of the back fish that Matt's got there, because he's still missing one fishing ship to get that. Count can take it. That's another -1 fishing spot for Matt. Oh, he's not going for it. Okay. Well, missed opportunity, but alright. Okay. Bottom side being docked as well, but counts. I think Matt needs to try and commit to the bottom side, because this top side, there's no chance he's taking this. There's 3 docks here already, and probably going to be more as well. If he can get enough Ursa out on the bottom, though, he can possibly wipe out one of the docks, and hopefully before Count makes a third, which he's making now, so that's probably going to go up, as I still don't see any Ursa nearby.
Yeah, that's the great part of being a Norse, so that you can kind of do that. The temple is training Hersirs. You're right, though, that the advance times are a little too close together, so won't be able to do too much damage, I don't think.
Yeah. Gonna be rough. Three docks on both sides, 4 docks actually on the top side for Count, so 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 7 docks totally has to deal with, or at least 3 just to get one side.
That's a ridiculous amount.
That's a lot of HP to get through. That's 1600 times 3, 4800 HP to hack down.
Yeah, and then Norse
That's not
docks are
happening.
only 1280 due to their Norse nerf.
Rip Norse, more expensive and weaker.
Yeah. Yeah, what's that about, by the way? Like, at least the
I
other
don't
buildings
know.
are cheaper. Not the
Yeah.
dock.
I don't know, honestly. For any future balance patches, that's probably worthwhile. I don't think Norse is really remarkable on water at all. They could just take that buff and
Yeah.
probably still not be strong enough regardless.
Which
but
one would you do? The hit point normalization or the cost discount?
Cost. I'd go cost. I think that's more useful. HP is nice, but it's still a lot of HP to chew through for that to be a problem. I'd say what might actually be a stronger buff
Yeah.
for Norse is reducing all dock HPs.
Oh. Right.
Including Norse, but the other ones, yeah.
Well, Norse would not feel it as much, yeah. Because they're already reduced. And do you think long boats need the 6-speed? So that they can dodge dog shots? Or is that unnecessary?
I don't know. I don't know what's the best here, honestly. I think dogs should probably just have less range.
Right. They have
two
18
less
range. Yeah.
They used to have 20 even. It was already nerfed
Mm-hmm.
to 18, but 18 is still much bigger than 12. So I would say reduce that to maybe 15 or so. If we're gonna have shooting dogs at all. You know,
Oh yeah,
vanilla
that's
players like to talk about their non-shooting docks water gameplay.
yeah, that's a big discussion point actually. Vikings are supposed to be good on water. I don't know about that. They are not really the... Like, historically, they're not about that. They're about arriving through water, but they're actually land raiders. Not exactly naval combat specialists.
They did do good exploring though, so they
For sure.
did have that going for them. Not so much known for naval combat itself, no.
Yeah. So it makes sense for the Greek to have that. It's very thematic.
Yeah. Egyptians, I don't really know much about that. I know they had to deal with like sea people or something.
They
Which
did
were
a
kind of
lot
beating
of
them, so-
trading. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Matt is slowly but surely pummeling through the top side. Surprisingly. There's still quite a bit to chew through, but you know, 2 docks down, 2 more to go.
It's a good start, I have to say. There's gonna be some hidden cabinets coming up.
There's 45% nefties though. We'll see how Count plans to use this. If the dock's dying, we'll actually turn the docks to spawn a Leviathan on the bottom side. I think the bottom left dock is the one that spawns it, so it will probably spawn on the top side. But that might actually be bad for Count, because there's only 1 dock left by the time that he's up. That's not hard. It's not easy to make a counter push with just 1 dock. You need more production. But maybe Count is just gonna be like, I don't care. I'm just gonna push into your base.
Oh, speaking of.
And yeah, that's the AE on the eco.
It's always a
He
very
gets
staple
Leviathan.
move. Villagers will go idle. A handful of kills maybe. The 2 ox carts definitely going down. But other than
Yeah,
that,
didn't
it's just
garrison those.
about the idle time. You could ungarrison on the other side if you really want to mess around with these. Killing the goats is a move, just so that they no longer have that resource. Goldies getting idled. And Count getting
Yeah.
a TC.
Ooh.
Nice.
Garrison. Ugh. That's more kills than it should have been. And we see Ford, yeah, the TC grab. That's surprising. I would have thought Amygdala first, right? But no, he's going for TC first.
Why not both?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he still has to make one or the other first with the empowerment.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Hey, Matt has a lot of resources. Where? Armory.
It was in the process of being made on the right, but it's
Oh yeah,
it's unable to be finished.
that's a problem. Like, that's really a problem. Matt going up to 2,000 plus resources in the bank. Oh my god. These myth units are still roaming. Look at those villagers. Actually, so many of them are very weak.
Oh, we just mentioned as well, Matt has secured the water on top, but not really, because Count is building more docks on both corners of the water.
The fishing
So
ships
he does not
building
want
the
to give it up.
docks. Love it.
Oh, all the Ox guards are dead. All 3 of them are dead. There's no drop sites here.
Yeah, Matt's queuing up too, and the villagers are long distance returning the wood. Yikes. Looks like a game of settlers. The game, not the mode. Alright, we've got the armory. Matt, you better not forget another ox guard. Oh,
Yeah,
got a
it's
chance
2
at
there.
it too.
Yeah, it just needs to get some units, a couple more units out here to help.
Currently, the
He
front
does
TC is
have-
idle for Count. Surprised at that.
Well, actually, I was just thinking, well, Matt has a nice side of fish, but he only has 6 fishing
Yes.
boats on this top side. Does have a few more at the bottom.
Yeah, I gotta say the eco advantage is pretty huge for Count. 40 villagers to 25 and 18 fishing ships to 15. So with the fishing ships being the same and Egyptian villagers are a little slower than the Greek ones, but I mean, you do have empowerment.
Yeah, I mean the fishing boats are as well, just to keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, they are a lot slower. What's the deal? He didn't get the upgrade.
I mean, the upgrade is also very much impactful, yes. But the base rate is also a little bit slower, like
Yeah.
similar to the normal Egyptian villager nerf, basically.
Well, the chariots are going to town on those weak villagers. Some easy pickups here.
And Matt's struggling for pop. He's got boats on the bottom side. He's got boats on the top side that he needs to make now because the siege boat's now on the top for count. They're killing his fish eco.
Ooh, that flaming weapons though. Trying to push into that many medium axemen is gonna be a tough one. Matt's gonna try though. There is a Migdal and a TC to provide support. It doesn't look like that paddleboard will live too long. All of Feints is coming in the middle of the push. Ooh, super boost on the units. Very nice on here, yeah, spawn for sure, but it does look to me like Count is holding with mercs, no less.
Yeah. And unit count is just not in favor of Matt, and his gold mine is running quite low.
Well,
Dealing with the myth units in his wood line, but yeah.
wow.
Damn.
Today I learned that Egyptian fishing ships have lower gather rates, and Matt learned not to mess with CountVonCount. Nice.
Gotta pick something that's maybe not Loki. I mean, it's not a bad matchup, but it's definitely, I would say, Isa's favorite still. This map.
So, time for Midgard. CountVonCount is gonna be Norsing it up with 4.
Oh, and his opponent, Matreiuss, playing Set.
So it's all the reverse for the most part. That's interesting. You can definitely convert a lot of animals on Midgard and then make some pushing happen, but that's a backward gold mine. It's not the easiest to bully early on. Still, the animals are very useful early on. Any land aggression will be defended by them. So it should be maybe a boomy game.
I think what's going to be very powerful for Set, or just Egyptians in general really, is just the map allows you to dock spam everything and
Yep.
you just creep forward everywhere. And with that, with the animals for Set specifically, you can just use them to speed up your advancements. You just jump horrors at like 11 minutes and then you just wipe your opponent's base.
Oh yeah, that's actually a super strong aspect too.
Yeah.
So early on you're safe, then you're bringing your hunt home, your villagers never have to leave your base, they're super secure. And there it is, Matt already deleting the first deer and jumping his vills over. Just as you said, we have hunt at home, literally.
Doesn't even make a granary. Because he had the starting hyena, which he didn't even scout with, he just deleted that.
He's seen enough.
And then, yeah. Exists for about 1 second in the world. RIP.
Tell you what, the fishing ships can scout. Once necessary. There are a lot of spots already found.
Yeah. I mean, that's another benefit of Set.
12 spots.
Don't have to do that. You just cast vision in a corner and you know most of it.
Exactly. Absolutely no surprise to me that Set's actually kind of popular. Just line of sight is such a useful tool in any RTS game, and AOM especially, where you actually have to find your resources because they could be anywhere. Couldn't ask for a better early game tool.
That being said though, usually, at least maybe not on this map because, Matt deleted his hyena, but usually you scout with so many more units. Not just the vision, but just having all these animals scouting for you is a very high APM, so generally pretty high level thing to do effectively. But therefore, it's also so powerful when done right. You can just scout the whole map, and yeah, nobody else can in the same amount of time as you.
Yeah, frequently you will
Scout
also
your farm.
find something similar to a hyena, like a wolf, that you can convert. So that just makes sure that you actually get every little corner of the map explored. You know all the relics, you know all the gold mine locations, the hunt locations. When you get aggressive, you can be on top of anything so quickly. Alright, this
On
fishing
top of
ship is
anything,
going to places. Scanning out where Count is docking? That's not very common. Ooh, a proxy dock. But that's actually by a
wow.
villager. This is just to steal the spot.
Yeah, there's not even anything in between, but I think that the point of that is just because there isn't any fishing spots there, and the villager needs to keep moving, otherwise it's going idle.
Yeah. So we might as well try to be real aggressive here. Now Matt is a little bit behind in terms of the advance time. But docks are tough, Egyptian docks especially. It can wait a bit. So Freya's almost halfway done. We've got a double ox cart from Count actually on the wood. That's very neat. So villagers have 0 drop-off time. We're
Very
almost.
efficient. Could move them up a little bit more. Now anyway, because the trees started to disappear, but yeah. Still decent timing for the set. 540 advances, stood a little bit below the standard of 530, so not too bad. It's got lots of docks everywhere, so that, you know, standard Egyptian stuff on this map.
And it's gonna be Ptah. So we've also always got that shifting stance ready to go. Probably best used somewhere in the mid game to jump on top of a gold mine when the first one expires. Maybe later. We'll see. Lots of fishing ships.
Really crazy raid or something. Jump on a wood light
That too.
with like 20 units. There's the forest fire.
Yeah, some of those vills are getting a little low. Might be 1 kill. Bear in mind, this Pharaoh is still super weak, so the Valkyrie can actually win.
Don't think it would have though, as he just advanced now.
Yeah. So, Matt can pressure with ships right away. He's not, though. He's making the cabinets on the other side and converting some Walrus, which are now heading home.
Yeah. I would expect cabinets from the top side. Is that what you meant, or I can't see the docks? So.
Yeah, he's making them at the bottom.
Okay.
Defensive first. I am also surprised by this.
Yeah. Well, you should probably use them to scout ahead now. Or maybe he's just scared of Count because he advanced earlier.
Yeah, but Count isn't really doing much. I mean...
Yeah, he's making boats at the top, but also kind of defensively.
Yeah, exactly. There's 1 relic revealed so far, it's the Eye of Forndu, so that's gonna be some extra damage for Axemen or throwing Axemen. Whoever claims it.
Are these cows hiding behind the tower and monument? They don't want to be... Oh, no, they got caught. Rip.
Yeah, the animals are scouting once again, so it's not gonna be necessary maybe at 20 fishing ships to eat the set animals anymore. So get some scouting info, that's nice.
Picked off a priest here with a Valkyrie. I was just being out and about doing stuff.
Nice. Yeah, priest also kind of needs support. Anyways, the cabinets are higher in number than the longboats, and they get a pick off. Very nice.
That is definitely on maps like these, like minute speed doesn't matter as much. But on a map like this, speed is very important because you can be retreating for a long time like this. And having lower speed can be very detrimental, and you just lose a lot more HP than you otherwise would.
Got the actual longhouses coming up. So Count looking for something on land. Not sure what it's gonna be yet. As for Matreiuss, he's got a lot of empowered villagers on gold mines. Pickaxe is in, and he's already securing the next one. Heroic can't be too far away, just gotta stop making ships for a sec.
Do you think this is a good idea by Count to go to that second gold mine right away? Unfortunately, Matt is preemptively already scouting it, so he has to run away.
And it's Spearman raid, so it's a little bit better than Axeman would have been. Also, the ships at the top side are causing trouble, idling 3 of the blue fishing ships.
No
That's a good amount of pickoffs on the dwarves. Man, even the Woodville's getting idled by the Vadjet. That's tough.
And the Valkyrie might fall as well, as it's trying to pick off the Wadjet, but yeah, the Valk doesn't have enough HP to make that kill.
Yeah, the Vadjet also regenerates, so if it can get out, probably unlikely, but all these Hersiers around though.
Yeah.
Well, Scotty's in, and we've got the Frosty, that should defend the units just fine. Snack goes boom.
30% Nefties. Interested to see what he's going to use this on, because Count does have 4 Hersier. Just 4. Okay, that's actually not as much as I thought.
Lost ship meta, let's go. Got to see them in last tournament. They're not particularly good.
Oh, you mean lost ships on water?
Yeah.
Luckily, he can't combine it with Eclipse because it wouldn't affect lost ships. Which is weird, I would think. It probably should affect it, but oh well.
It's all one more of those diversity things to talk about. Why are lost ships so bad? Ooh.
Why do they not get affected by Eclipse? It's mythical, right? Maybe.
Yeah, that could be good. The base stats are also kind of sad.
Yeah, they're so bad. They're so bad. It's like 1/3 of the HP of a normal boat. Yeah. Alright, well, Count is trying to make the play here, but I don't think he's got the units ready to deal with this, to actually stop this completely. And the mid goal going up is also not being stopped here. This is shifting sands. Oh, and he's gonna shift some axemen. Oh, that's pretty strong here.
That is pretty strong. That takes care of every Hersier and the Ozarks. Wow. Hersiers need to run, but they're slower, so they'll be picked off on top of everything. And the raiding cav are kind of getting wrecked.
Oh, there they go. Alright, and now Ancestors is free game here. There's nothing to stop them. Maybe a Frost Giant, but that's getting picked off by the Pharaoh here.
Also, look at all those fishing ship kills. Like, Matt is up to 19 versus 12 fishing ships.
Yeah, and the longboat's also picked off. This is looking pretty good for Matt so far. Frost Giant did his best to do what he can, but has finally fallen as well.
Yeah, which means that Matt is gonna get the TC. And we're seeing a large line of villagers joining the gold miners. They'll put their number up to 21 once the villagers join from the TC. That's +5.
Oh, that's too late. No, this wasn't worth it. These Ancestors.
Yeah, so long as you can kill the raiders, I guess that's not too bad. The gold miners are on the other side, though. They're not coming here.
Yeah, this wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's for sure.
It will force whichever villagers pop out of this TC to be idle for longer. That's really about it. Maybe he could consider just attacking the TC and just hoping to do a lot of damage to it and then coming in later with his army. And now he's going to be able to get a couple bits more damage done, but maybe if he can stop this hill fort, that would be nice.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of getting into that territory. That throwing axe is struggling. Ooh.
Yeah, the builders are gone. The Scorpion Man is also just destroying these raining.
The poison is doing its work for sure. On the other side, we've got a spear and 2 axes finding the gold miners, and I'm sure there's more where that came from. All the cav are dead. The hill fort has been stopped for now. But there are dragon ships chasing away the cabinets for now.
Dragon ships, oof. But they're 4.8 speed.
Yeah, they are very easily avoided. And they don't do all that much damage against buildings. In fact, they have a minus 50% bonus damage. So
yeah, I find the problem with them is that just arrow ships in general can dodge them.
yeah, that.
When it comes down to it, yeah, arrow ships kind of beat them.
Yeah,
With
they'll have the
micro,
numbers. These guys are expensive. The dogs can shoot back at them, so it's a tough life for them.
And then there's ramming galleys, which just absolutely decimate them as well.
Yeah. Okay, well here come the chariots, as well as a war elephant, escorted by a scorpion. More of that coming in, and Matreiuss pushing up with a Migdol, taking the gold mine, tearing down the longhouses. He's got a third TC. My god, he's pushing on the other front where the siege works. What isn't Matreiuss doing? It would be quicker to list that.
I can't think of anything. He's also going mythic, so
Oh
he's
no,
not
Matreiuss
getting
forgot
an
to make
upgrade
trade.
right now.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, he's doing something. He's making units in the left side, and he's not using them. So, despite everything that he's doing, he's got idle units to use as well that he's not using. He's not even at maximum potential.
This isn't even my full power, says Matt.
Yeah. Damn, GG. That is a display of sets being strong.
For sure. Yeah, Matreiuss just super clean in this one. Really not much to add. Count was not prepared for what was hitting him here.
I think Count should have gone set, even if it ended up being a set mirror. I'm just not convinced Norse, in the current state of the meta, is capable of dealing with sets.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.